Hey everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to another Go Battle League episode. I am using the same team as last episode, but I did change a couple of moves. I deleted Psycho Boost on Deoxys and added Rock Slide, and deleted Play Rough and added my Hydro Pump to Azumarill. So I am using the same team. I do think it's a pretty solid team, and I'm really happy with this team and how it performs. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of my matches. And guys, wait for it, it's coming. Look who my first round opponent is. Wait, it's not here yet. Jimmabanks, none other than Jimmabanks. Link in the description down below to his YouTube channel. Jimmabanks, it's a small world, guys. I cannot believe first person I actually recognize. As always, guys, if you see yourself in this video, definitely comment down below and let me know. But regardless, let's go ahead and jump in. I do have my Deoxys. He has a Azumarill, which I'm okay with because we do have the Thunderbolt to threaten it. So I'm going to go ahead and fire those Thunderbolts off. I like Thunderbolt to threaten Azumarill because it is common. I also like Rock Slide to threaten Altaria because that's another common lead. So he does switch into his Deoxys defense to mirror mine. Okay. We'll see. We'll take a Rock Slide. It is going to do a pretty good amount. It's okay. We're relatively low anyway, so we're just going to fire back a Rock Slide. And I didn't think I'd be able to get to another one, but we actually do get to another one. Perhaps he was trying to feint me down. Maybe I just got to it first. But we do go for a Rock Slide. He will shield up. Totally fine. I do bring in my Azumarill. He is going to go ahead and get off a charge move. Now, I didn't know if he had Thunderbolt, so I wasn't going to shield. I just wanted to see if he does. Unfortunately for us, he does. So he has the moveset we have as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get off an Ice Beam. It won't feint it, but we're going to be able to feint that Deoxys with Bubble. And then he'll bring in Tropius. Now this is an Air/Tropius, thankfully. I'm glad it wasn't Razor Leaf. I still think I would have gotten to this Ice Beam even if it was Razor Leaf, but nonetheless, I am really happy it wasn't. So you can see how much Ice Beam does to Tropius. Not enough to knock it out, but it still does a good amount. Leaf Blade will knock us out. And we're going to bring in Registeel. Now, I know I can tank any move that Tropius has. Leaf Blade, right? We could take a Leaf Blade. We could take an Aerial Ace. Whatever other charge move it has. So, Registeel really doesn't have to worry. I didn't want to get super low, so I did charge up a little bit to get off against this Tropius. And he will shield that. A little surprised he shielded. Perhaps wanting to save energy. But I guess, his Azumarill probably can't do much against my Registeel either. So, we do go ahead and take that. And I am going to go ahead and continue to try and farm down. I do shield this. I could have taken it, but I decided I don't want to get too low. We have 2 shields. He has none. We're in a good position. Let's shield and knock him out with Lockdown, which we do. And then we do get off a Flash Cannon against this Azumarill. Neutral damage, going to do a good amount. We did save up energy, so we get off another Flash Cannon. And we're going to be able to win against the one and only Jimmabanks. Guys, again, you got to check out his YouTube channel, but very good games. Always a pleasure battling. I just did not expect to battle you. Our friendship actually went up, as you saw. That is absolutely crazy. So after the round, we were like GG's, or after I finished my set. So I'm going to go ahead and look for my next opponent. By the way, all these 5 opponents have meta teams, so really good battles to every single one of my opponents. So I'm just going to keep the same lead for all of the battles. I do lead with my Deoxys. He leads with Registeel. Now, counter is going to be super effective to Registeel, so I'm really happy with this lead. We do have that Thunderbolt for neutral damage, so we're going to go ahead and get off Thunderbolt against Registeel. It doesn't do a lot, but at least it's neutral, so I'll take the damage. Flash Cannon will come our way. We're able to tank that. Still does a decent amount again, but we're still able to take it. He does get off another Flash Cannon, and I'm like, okay, well, if I shield this, I should be able to knock out his Registeel. He actually goes for Focus Blast. I was expecting Flash Cannon, but I shielded it nonetheless, and we're able to knock out Registeel with counter, so we have energy ready to go. Down a shield, though. He does bring in his Alolan Raichu. So I know Valor Ash had been using it and had been saying how good it was, although I've never faced one, I don't think, prior in Go Battle League. But nonetheless, we do have a couple Rock Slides coming his way. He will shield 1. So we do take a shield. I'm happy he actually uses his energy on my Deoxys. I'm just going to let it fall. It's going to be a Grass Knot. No matter what it was, would have knocked us out. I do not want to bring in my Raichu. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Registeel, trying to knock out that Raichu. I actually expected him to allow it to go down, but he decides to shield, so that's fine. Getting off a charge move. Now, because he shielded, I was thinking this would be Wild Charge, but it's actually Grass Knot, so I am curious what other move he has. Maybe Thunder Punch. Maybe it's Wild Charge. I'm not really too sure, but maybe he just wants to get off whatever damage he can against my Registeel. So I am going to go ahead and not allow him to do any more damage. I will get off a Flash Cannon just to feint out the Pokemon, the Raichu. So he does bring in his Azumarill, and this is really good for us because we do get off a Flash Cannon. Now, the thing about my Azumarill with Ice Beam and Hydro Pump is if you're going up against opposing Azumarill, you're not going to really have a good time, right? Because if they have Play Rough, as this one does, they'll win that matchup. Now, in this case, he's not going to win this matchup because I still have a shield, plus he's at really low health. So my Azumarill is ultimately going to win, and I'm going to win this game. But we did experience that a little bit later in this video, but it's okay. Because of that, I was actually thinking of deleting Ice Beam for Play Rough, but I do like having Ice Beam for like Altaria and even Tropius, as you saw. More so Altaria, I think that's a little bit more common, but I do like having it. But for the mirror match, obviously Play Rough is the way to go. But let me know what moveset you have on Azumarill. But we do go ahead and take that, and we're going to jump into another Go Battle League match. By the way, I am planning on soon I am planning on increasing these videos to 10 battles per video. So instead of having only 5, I plan on having 10. But yeah, anyway, that's my goal moving forward. So if you like the Go Battle League videos, definitely let me know in the comments down below. So I do lead with my Deoxys. He leads with Medicham. He will switch out into his Azumarill. I was getting ready to switch, but when I saw that, I was okay with it. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Thunderbolt against it, and he is actually going to shield that up. Totally fine. He will get off a charge move. Now, I do take this. I was pretty sure it wasn't Hydro Pump. It's only a Play Rough, and I'm glad, honestly, not to see Hydro Pump. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and charge up energy, and now I'll switch into my Registeel. I could have always stayed in with Deoxys and still went for Thunderbolts, but the thing is I knew it really wouldn't take it out. And once I saw Play Rough, I figured he also had Ice Beam, because usually I'm used to seeing Ice Beam Hydro Pump, but I think I do see a Play Rough Hydro Pump in this series in these 5 battles. So anyway, he switches into Medicham. I'm going to go ahead and go for my Flash Cannon. We just want to get off damage against the Medicham. He will shield that up, so I'm okay with that. And then get off a charge move against me. So we're going to go ahead and see what moveset this Medicham has. It will be a power-up punch, so that's good. It's not good, I guess. Unfortunately, couldn't get to a Flash Cannon, but it is what it is. We're going to bring in a Azumarill, so we know we could basically take his moves. Obviously, Psychic would still be doing a good amount of damage, especially boosted with a power-up punch. But we're able to take that. We don't have Play Rough, but we're still resisting his moves, so we're still in a pretty good position. He is going to go ahead and go for that Dynamic Punch. So now we know he has Power Punch and Dynamic Punch. Bringing in that Altaria, I was so happy to see that. One of the reasons I love Ice Beam on a Azumarill. So going to do a lot. Not going to take it out, but we're going to be able to get to another Ice Beam. This is going to eliminate that Altaria. So fantastic for us. Absolutely fantastic. As you can see, knocking out Altaria. Now, Play Rough would still do a lot to Altaria as well. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get hit with this charge move. I will shield it up. It is going to be a Dynamic Punch. I thought it would be a Power Punch, but I decided to shield regardless because we could get to the Ice Beam. And it won't knock out Medicham, but we're going to be able to feint him down with Bubbles. And now he brings in his Azumarill. I switch in and charge up to my Thunderbolt, and this is going to be able to knock out that Azumarill. And we're going to be able to win. So very well played to my opponent, and thank you so much for battling. I really do appreciate it. So that is game 3. I might try this team out, another video or two. I'm really liking it. I'm really liking this team. Again, I'm still unsure about the Ice Beam Play Rough type of thing. Let me know what you guys think, as I said. But for the next game, Registeel lead against my Deoxys. So pretty okay with this. We are doing a lot of damage with counter. And we do have neutral Thunderbolt, so he does get to his charge move. I'm going to allow it to go through. It will do a lot, but it is what it is. We still have to take it. So I do go for my Thunderbolt. And this Thunderbolt is going to be neutral to that Registeel. He's not going to shield it. Correct player wouldn't have shielded that either. He does get off his charge move. And my point is, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and shield this one up, this Flash Cannon, and then I could just feint down with counter, although he does switch. And after I saw that Azumarill, I do click on the Thunderbolt. Now let's see, he does decide to shield that, and I was trying to charge up energy. Can we get to it? We cannot. I could burn my last shield, but I knew a Thunderbolt wouldn't take out that Azumarill, so I didn't think it was worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Registeel, and we're going to try and get to a Flash Cannon. We do get to it. Now this is only neutral. It's super effective against Fairy, but water resist steel, so it is neutral damage, but it's still doing pretty good amounts of damage, so I'm happy with it. Excuse me. He is going to hit us with a Hydro Pump, so that's really unfortunate for us. As you can see, I believe he had Hydro Pump and Play Rough, right? So again, give me your suggestions. Ice Beam and Hydro Pump, or Play Rough and Hydro Pump. I'm not sure, but we will get his last shield, and I'm going to go ahead and switch into my Azumarill. We do go ahead and catch the Play Rough again. Not really something you want to catch though, but I do go ahead and switch into it to try and get to an Ice Beam. We actually get to it before he gets to a Play Rough, but I didn't think this would knock out the Azumarill. It does not, so we're just going to have to try and farm him down. He does get to a charge move. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one up. Don't want to take that damage, and then we're just going to feint down this Azumarill with Bubble, as you can see right there. So we do go ahead and knock him out. He brings in his Registeel, and I'm going to go ahead and just go straight for the Ice Beam to knock it out. He is low enough to where this would take him out, as you can see right there. And then he brings in Altaria. I'm like, yes, yes. How are we getting so lucky? Altaria is really good, but it really can't do well against ice attacks. So I'm going to go ahead, get off that attack. He will be able to get off a charge move against my Azumarill. Now, this was a super close game. He will knock me out. I bring in my Registeel. I thought he was going to be able to beat me, but we actually get to that Flash Cannon, and Flash Cannon will knock him out. We're going to take this win, guys. I thought he was actually going to be able to beat me, but it was super close. Very well played to my opponent. Thank you so much for battling. I really do appreciate it. I'm loving all of these games. So we have one more game. If we win this one, we go undefeated for this set. But let's see what happens. So, I do lead with my Deoxys defense. He leads with his Altaria, so I'm okay with this. We do have Rock Slide. We're taking a lot from Dragon Breath, right? But we still have that Rock Slide, so we do go ahead and get to it. And I'm curious to see how much this would do. So, he does decide to shield it, so that's fine. Gonna hit us with a charge move, which is going to be a Sky Attack. And we're able to take it. And I thought I probably could get to one more Rock Slide before I go down. As you can see, we do go ahead and get to one more. And we're going to go and use it. So Rock Slide will be actually shielded. So he double shields that and knocks me out. But I know he has energy loaded. And I also know, like, both of these are pretty good switch-ins. However, I know Registeel resist his Sky Attack and Dragon Pulse and Dazzling Gleam should he have it, right? So I did bring in Registeel for that reason. He is going to go ahead and pull the switch into his own Registeel, and because he's out of shields, we can freely go for Focus Blast, which is going to do a lot of damage to that Registeel. Now all I need is a Flash Cannon. Now, I assumed this was a Flash Cannon, but I didn't want to take any chances. I still have 2 shields, so I do go ahead and shield it up. It is a Flash Cannon, but I don't want to risk it. So I am going to go ahead and go for this Flash Cannon, and it is going to knock out the Registeel. He is going to go ahead and bring in Altaria, so I could have switched into my Azumarill, but I decided to stick around. Probably should have shielded that, and you'll see why in a moment. So I am going to go ahead and go for my Flash Cannon against the Altaria. Let's see if this is enough to knock it out. It is not, so I am going to go ahead and switch into my Azumarill. He is going to go ahead and get off a charge attack, and I will be shielding this up. So we do shield that, and now we knock out the Altaria. Now, here's my problem. His final Pokemon is Azumarill, and an Azumarill with Play Rough beats an Azumarill with Ice Beam and Hydro Pump. So if he has Play Rough, he's going to be in a pretty good position. So I just go for the Hydro Pump. He is going to go for his charge move. Is it going to be Ice Beam? Is it going to be Play Rough? It's going to be Play Rough, so that's unfortunate for us. We do have a Registeel in the back, but as you know, it's a little bit low on health. That's why I believe I made a mistake in this situation. I probably should have preserved my Registeel because Azumarill wasn't a guarantee in the back, but it's a very common Pokemon that you see it quite a bit, and I'm not going to be able to get to it before actually I do get to it, but it's a CMP tie and he is able to knock me out. Super close game. I almost won that. I can't believe how close that was, and then he's able to feint me with Bubble. So very well played to my opponent. I believe I should have preserved that Registeel, but nonetheless, it was fantastic, and I really did enjoy it. So I appreciate the games from all of my opponents in this video. And this is our first Scraggy, so I'm really happy to have it. I definitely want to Pine-Up that because it cannot run away, so I would recommend Pine-Upping it. I want to get at least 2. Now, Scrafty is actually eligible. I did confirm that with pvpoke.com as well as Soph, so it is eligible for the Rose Cup, even though it's currently not listed on their site. They should be updating it. If anything changes, I'll let you know, but I am going to be trying out Scrafty. So really happy about that. And we're just going to claim more rewards. I'm not only going to do premium. I'm going to go back to basic. Well, I'm going to start basic. But nonetheless, we pick up some Stardust. Our rank is almost rank 5. And that will be it for this one, guys. See you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.